Now, if you have been using your draw scraper for a while, and it seems to be taking a little more effort than when you first got it, here's how to sharpen it so that it's good as new. The very best stone you could get for doing this is called a hard Arkansas stone, and this is a rock that is quarried in Arkansas by the well, this particular one is by the family called the Smith family, and they're real famous for their sharpening stones. But I'm sure they come under many different names. A hard Arkansas stone is an extremely fine grain stone, and it's considered to be one of the best. And they're fairly expensive, but they last forever if you take care of them. They are an oil stone, which means when you use this, you should put a tiny amount of some kind of oil. I use mineral oil. They also have specialty oils for sharpening, but the mineral oil works as well as anything else that I've ever found. And you don't need much. But what you do is, and this is something that you develop a sense of feel for, is you put this draw scraper on the stone and you move it around until you can feel that you've got that flat part of this. Is that in focus right now? Yep. Okay. There's this big flat surface on the draw scraper, and this is what I'm putting down flat on this sharpening stone. That's the first step, is to get that surface down here flat. And once you feel that to be right as flat as you can get it, then the next step is to make a very slight angle to lift it up, so now you're putting your pressure on that sharpening edge. And then you make a tiny stroke. It's better to do a very tiny stroke at first and immediately test. And you use your scrap reed plates for this. Okay, that's very close to done. And if you put a little too much pressure on one side or the other, you'll know when you do these strokes. But you're just taking, I would say, if I were to demonstrate the angle that I'm doing, see, we'll do it this way. If this is the sharpener on the stone flat, I'm bringing it up about that much and then moving it. So that is about, I'd say, maybe a 15-degree angle, real shallow angle. Now, if that doesn't work and you're not happy with the results you're getting, you could also clamp this in a vise like this and take this stone and dress up the inside edge of the draw scraper by eyeballing this and getting this at a 90-degree angle to it and just going back and forth a couple of times to dress up the other side of the cutting edge. You might be able to, it's much easier to do this if you hold it in a vise for that particular move. But this will give you a good dress up to sharpen up that stone. And if you bought my toolkit and you do this and you get it all screwed up and you just don't know what else to do, get in touch with me. And I'll either trade you a draw scraper or walk you through it, or one way or another we'll get your scraper fixed up. So anyhow, thanks for listening. That's all for this morning. Talk to you later.